So in this problem right here, we're going to be taking 24 hundredths divided by 8 tenths. Now, a couple things to remember. You cannot divide by a decimal. So we are going to have to make that into a whole number. To do that, we're going to use a power of 10 and multiply both digits by a power of 10 so we can remove the decimal. And then what you do to the divisor, you have to do to the dividend. So let's take a look. If we were to write this out, we would say, okay, 8 tenths. This number is actually your divisor, so it is going to go on the outside of your division bar. This number is the number that is being divided, so it is actually going to go underneath your division bar. Okay? Now you'll notice I have decimals in both of those. Now it's okay to have a decimal here, but you cannot have a decimal in your divisor. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of that, and to do that, we're going to multiply by 10. I know if I move this decimal one place, you could say we're multiplying that number by 10, and it now becomes an 8. All right, and if I take this number and I multiply it by 10, I'm going to move the decimal one place, showing I multiplied it by 10, it now becomes 2 4 tenths. So it's always a good idea once you move your decimals to rewrite the problem so you can just really follow it much better. So let's go ahead and divide by 2 4 tenths divided by 8. So to do that, I want to count by my multiples of 8 just to make sure that I get the right number. Okay, so we're going to go 8, 16, 24, 32, and I already see that I have a 24 here, and I have a 2 4 tenths there, so I can actually stop here and say, okay, 8 goes into 2 0 times. 8 does go into 24 times 1 times 2 times 3. It would go right here. So we're going to say that it goes 3 times. 8 times 3 is 24. We subtract and we get 0. So I do want to bring my decimal straight up because I can have a decimal in my dividend, okay? All right, so if I've done this correctly, I can multiply 8 times 3 tenths, and I should get 2 4 tenths. So let's try it. Let's take 8 times 3 tenths. Now you could actually write this with the 3 tenths on top and your 8 on the bottom. Okay, either way, when you multiply, you can switch them up. It doesn't matter. So we're going to take 8 times 3 is 24. And you can carry the 2 or just bring it down. Now I don't really need to take 0 times 8, but I can if I want. Okay, showing that that's all zeros. Okay, add this up. I get 2 4 tenths because there's one decimal here. I should have one decimal place, not decimal, in my answer. So we have done it correctly.